I'm Bonnie Megowan, and we have an International Scissor Sharpeners Association, there's the logo, evaluation. I'm going to look at some shears that I damaged, sent out, and we're going to see what they look like and see if they pass. What I'm looking for is basic sharpening. Is the convex a convex? Is the bevel a bevel? Are the nicks I put in there, are they gone? And do they cut? That's the number one thing. Do they cut? Let's find out. Now, if you've been watching my channel, I've got a lot of these evaluations, and every one of them is fresh and new. It amazes me. I'm like, oh man, I got to shoot another ISSA, and then I see something that I haven't seen before. So stick with me if you're interested in sharpening. If you are a sharpener, I've got a lot of videos on YouTube. You can check out my website. I have some information package if you're wanting to get into sharpening. Plus, I have my book. Ta-da! And it'll help you get started in the shear sharpening business, or even if you're already a sharpener, people are telling me they're getting a lot of tips and a lot of ideas that they didn't have before. With that being said, I've had too much coffee today. I normally jump right into evaluating the shears, and the letter that's sent to me I read later, but I'm in the mood to read the letter first. So let's see what he has to say. Hello, Bonnie. Let me begin by thanking you for all that you do for the beauty and grooming shear professionals. The support and education that you provide is priceless. It's also, in many cases, free. I guess that's beyond cost, huh? I am fairly new to shear sharpening, but I have over 30 years of blade sharpening experience. Wow. I added shear sharpening to my business due to the number of inquiries that I was getting from stylists and groomers in my area. There's a big market for it out there. The first set of shears that I sharpened were the convex shears. I did not have too much trouble with these as they were in great condition. They sharpened nicely and test cut beautifully. The second pair, the beveled shears, were a little more difficult. I sharpened the straight edge, leaving the serrated edge alone. The issue was that I was not able to adjust them with the set screw properly. I found that the screw only moved a little because I'm not familiar with this brand of shear. I didn't want to force it and possibly ruin them, so I adjusted them to the best of my ability. They did, however, cut decent when I tested them. Both were sharpened on a Howard 2 flat hone sharpener, so you don't need our machine. We have the Cymec. This one here is what I sell, but it's not the only one that can do great sharpening. I do suggest that you have a flat hone. The Howard 2 is a great flat hone. He says, hopefully these pass on the first attempt. Now, truth to let you know, this is the first time I've done an ISSA with an anvil shear. Anvil is a company that is a family owned like ours, and due to life circumstances, they've now closed their business, and we were able to buy a lot of their little beveled edge shears that are USA made, and it's a good steel, and this is the first time I've used them in the ISSA, so I'm kind of curious to see how they perform for that. And it's interesting enough, the other shear we have is also finished in the USA. Did I say USSA? USA. Been listening to too many commercials for insurance. But this one is also finished in the United States, and this is our convex edge. So we're going to take a look at these. This is number 311180. Okay, good luck. All right, so the first thing I do, I go to the bathroom and I get toilet tissue. No, not really. I would not use this toilet tissue in my bathroom or in our restroom here at the office because it is just way too thin. I actually saw some thinner paper than that, and I was at the airport in Chicago, I think it was where they were using even thinner than this. Okay, so the first thing I do is, before I even look at them, I'm going to do a dry cut. So, lifting it up, this is the beveled edge, no pressure on it, cuts fine. Really, if this cuts dry, it doesn't have to cut wet for it to work well, but for it to pass, let's say. Okay, this one, a little worried because it feels loose, see? Look at that. It's not cutting dry, and I can tell you right now, there's the problem. Let's take a look at everything else. This isn't going to cut wet. I mean, so there's no need even trying it wet. Let's see if this one cuts wet. I don't know if I got enough water in here. I do. I bought that at the... Well, actually, my friend Jean, who sharpened for us in the Chicago show, bought this at the Chicago show. Jean did an excellent job. He sharpened over 80 shears, and he's only been trained by me, oh, I guess a couple of months ago. See, this doesn't cut wet good. But as I said, on this one, and this is the first time we've started using this shear, if this cuts dry and not wet, it'll pass. I'm going to try wet, but do a side pressure. And see, if I do side pressure, it cuts. If I do no pressure, it doesn't. And that's all because it's loose. And you don't want to have them that loose. The stylist might be able to use them, but they're going to have to do a crab grip. And so you want to prevent them from having hand problems by adjusting them correctly and teaching them how to adjust correctly. So let's see how they do on hair. This poor little girl. I don't know how she got so dirty. I think the dogs have been playing with her. But let's see how this cuts hair. I'll take this little bit right here. And my thumb out. Oh, crisp. Nice. Nice cut. That one I'm pretty sure is going to pass. This one I'm a little iffy about. And it's interesting how the one he felt confident about is the one I'm having problems with. Now, if I use pressure, see, it's pushing a little bit. But if I don't, well, you know what? That cuts really good for a convex edge shear. And I'm not even putting any pressure on it. All right, let's take a closer look at it. Is the convex a convex? Is a bevel a bevel? Now, we know we have a problem with this being too loose. This one, he said, was a problem with adjusting it, but no, that's fine. That looks good. So I'm going to get out my magnifier, and we sell these online. I'll put a link below somewhere. And I'm looking to see if the bevel edge is a bevel edge. And, you know, something I have not been checking for, but I might now, is just see if I feel a little oil in here. Because it is good to oil the shears. Nicks are gone. He left the serration. And it is a true bevel edge. And I think you can even see that if I zoom in. You see that nice beveled edge? I don't even have to use a magnifier for you. Yeah, that looks good. So let's see what this one looks like. Is it truly a convex? Yeah. Yeah, I don't even have to use a magnifier on this one. He's done a good job of convexing it. The nicks are gone. I feel a little teeny tiny nick right back there. But, I mean, nobody cuts back in here, so I'm not going to let that worry me. Nice consistent angle. Don't see any burrs left behind. Let's see what the rod line looks like. Yeah, for these shears, like I said, these are cheap shears, but they're fairly well made, and he's got a nice rod line. This one's way too loose. So I'm going to pass these. Yay! These passed! However, this was way too loose. This is the most common mistakes all sharpeners make. This is the most common complaint you're going to get from hairstylists, is a screw is too loose. So I'm passing him, even though he's made the oldest and most common mistake of all sharpeners. But because for somehow, even with it loose, he did such a great job at cut hair, and it looks great, you pass. But not with an A+. Let me know if you want me to send these back, or we can use these for our sharpeners jams or our sharpening entertainment and classes. So thanks for participating in the ISSA. You are now a certified ISSA, International Scissor Sharpeners Association certified sharpener for a lifetime. Yes, once you only do it. So congratulations again. Now, if you want to be certified for the ISSA, go to my website. There's some links below, and I'll damage a couple of shears, even show you what I'm looking for, and you're going to enjoy participating in this and being part of this large organization of sharpeners from all over the world who are members of the International Scissor Sharpeners Association, and they're also certified.